the data extension. Now we are going to fill that data extension. There are some functionality. There are three agendas are there. First, the import file, and there is types are there. And after that, we will see the features of the data extension.
Mm.
First, for the importing the data extension, if you go to Marketing Cloud, see here, there is import option. Okay, after clicking the import option,
Mm.
we will get this one.
Mm.
Data extension, name of the data extension, file locations are there. Okay, file is there, delimiters are there, date
Mm.
formats. Then suppose that I'm going to select the one file name. File name is created customer 13 because
Mm.
customer is already created. That's why I given the different name for the customer.
Mm.
Whenever you are creating the data extension in the marketing cloud, that data extension name should be the unique.
Mm.
Suppose that data extension is selected, then after that I'm going to select the next. We will get the three features are there: map by header row, map by ordinal, or map by
Ma-
manual.
Manual.
First, we will see the map by header row. Okay. In map by header row, we are going to mapping our data header by header. Okay. The import update column in the data extension with the information in the import file matching the column heading. It's not going to match all these things. Whatever the data extension you have and whatever the Excel sheet is going to match by the header row.
Mm.
See, this one is our data extension. This one is our Excel sheet. Okay. In Excel sheet, we will see the customer ID is there, first name, last name, email, and language are there. And in the data extension, see customer ID, first name, last name, email, and language is there. It's going to map the data header by row. Whatever the header is there in Excel sheet and data extension is going to match. Then after that, configure mapping will be done. Then data will be stored in the data extension. For
Okay.
suppose I'm clicking, going with the map by header row and clicking on the next. Okay. After clicking on the next, it's going to ask to the data extension name, file name. It's going to see review and import option. Delimiters, we have the selected CSV format, comma separated values.
Mm.
Then after that, date format, our country is India. That's why we already selected for the Indian date format. It's showing import type, add and update. Okay, whatever the data is there, it's going to add and update is there.
Mm.
And date format, and see import options, skip row is the import file with the bad data. Whatever the bad data is there in our Excel sheet, that is going to the skip, and good data is going to store in our data extension. Mapping functionality is the map by header row. First we will see the map by header row, one by one we'll see. Click on the next, click on the close. Now we can see whatever the data was there in our Excel sheet, that data is stored in the data extension.
Data extra.
It's going to verify our data is the map by header row. Okay. Header row is their customer ID, first name, last name, email address, and languages. Is going to identify one by one. Then after that, it's going to store in the our data extension.
Okay.
Then another one we will check. Okay. See, there is another option is the map by ordinal.
Mm.
The import update first column in the data extension with the first column in the import file is going to match. Before that, we are matching the row wise. Now we are going to match the data column wise. In the second column with the second column, whatever the data in the first column, it's going to store. Then after that, it's going to check the second column. Then second column it's store, and so on line by line. It's
Mm.
not going to store the row wise. It's going to store our data inside the data extension
column wise.
Yeah, see, whatever the columns, it's matched with our Excel sheet. This column will be matched with the Excel sheet. This data extension column will be the match with our Excel sheet. If all is good, okay. If wherever it is going to stuck, then it's throw the error. Okay. Now it's everything is as expected according to according to documentation. That's why it's working. We'll see if we'll see check our the Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, there is a B, C, D, E, and the columns are there. Customer ID, first name. First will match the customer ID. Then second first name. Then third time last name, email, language. Whatever the data we are storing, all data we are getting same. But internal functionality is it's going to perform the in different way. There is three way. Suppose if I'm going to store the data, okay, it's clear the data. Now I'm going to import. After clicking the import, it's asking for the customer data extension. I'm selecting CSV tab, others, add and update. Now I'm going to select on the next. Okay. See. Okay, okay, wait. See. First we saw the map by header row. It's
Hmm.
going to check the customer ID. First name. It's checking the row wise. Last name. Is matching our data from the Excel sheet to data extension. This one is the data extension, this one is Excel sheet. Is matching our data from row wise. If I'll select the map by ordinal, you will see in customer 13 CSB, that is our Excel sheet, and next one is our data extension. Okay, how it's going to match? First column, okay, first column has the customer ID. Second column has the some particular data. It's pulled the some particular data, then after it's matching the first name. Third column, last name. Fourth column, it's the email address. It's showing the email. Fifth column is showing the language. If you'll match the both map by header and map by manual ordinal, see, is showing the row wise. Whatever the name is there in row, okay, that all row name is showing. But here it's going to show the column wise. Okay, whatever the data are there, is showing the data from the our Excel sheet. Is matching the data is matching data extension or not. If you'll see the in data extension, after the customer ID, it's also showing our data types. Whatever the data types is there on Excel sheet, okay, that data types also, and some limitations is also there. 100 limitations are there. Okay, and next column if you'll see first name have the text. Whatever the data we are passing in the Excel sheets is going to match, or its data is number or text. Okay, then third column is going to check the third column is the last name is also text. Then it's going to check whatever the data we have in our Excel sheet, that data is matching or not. Then after it will pass fourth. In fourth column, it's going to check the email, and it's going to also check our CSV file. Our CSV file is containing email address or not, or email address, whatever the data we are putting, it's valid for email or not. Fifth column, we have the put, inserted the language. Okay, in that language, language is stored in our Excel sheet. Okay, in Excel sheet, it's text format. Now we have the story Hindi, and if we'll check our data extension will check the language will the Hindi. Hindi, it's the text format. Okay, in right side we will see whatever the CSV file and whatever the we have the data extension is going to show row and columns. Okay, whatever the rows are there and columns, it's going to 5 into 5. Size is also showing whatever the size of our Excel sheet. In right side, if I'll select the next, it's going in the review and import. Before the importing your data extension, first check the data extension name, file, whatever the file you are going, file is matching with your data extension name or not. It's before that also we can match that row and column name is matching or not. Okay, and after that you can see the import types, whatever the import types you are going to use, import options and mapping, map by ordinal. Again, I'm going to store map by ordinal and close. We can see our data extension from here also. After going to the subscriber, clicking on the data extension, We will create here the our folder. Inside that folder we will store all the data extension. If you are getting hard to find your data extension, it's easy way. Whatever you are working in the marketing cloud UI, you can go the overview. Whatever you are creating, like content builder, emails, list, group, and data extension, anything you are going to create in the marketing cloud, that recent view we will see here. Content builder, whatever we have the created, we can see recent view. List, whatever we are working, we can see the recent view. Groups, we will see here. Now we are working with the data extension. Click on the data extension. Data extension when you have the created, okay. In that way, it's here. Our data extension name is the customer 13. Okay. If we'll check before that, we store the data in the different way. Okay. Now we have the store in the another mapping. Okay. But data is still same, but internal functionality is a little bit different. Same data it's going to be stored. Okay. It was the second mapping. If you'll see the external key is there, created date when we have the created our data extension, last modified date, honor it's showing. See, whatever the your marketing cloud username, that username will be the show honor. If you want to edit the honor, we can also edit our honor here. Whatever the user is there in our marketing cloud, we can assign to that user. Okay, that is location we can change. Here we can see our data extension in the file or from the folder. If you wanted to change your folder name, you have the created in the wrong place, you wanted to change and replace something, you can change here. You can select your folder name, otherwise you can create your folder name. Suppose I'm selecting the data extension. Okay, first I have the selected, then I'm going to create the data extension name. Okay, inside the now I'm going to create the Sandy. Okay, otherwise we are going to create the customer. Now I'm going to create the folder name with customer, then I'm going to save. Okay, that customer folder name will be the save here. If you wanted to check that customer our data extension, okay, data extension location, we can go here subscriber. After moving the subscriber, data extension is there. After data extension, we can check our folder name. Folder name is there. Left side, you can see that is the data extension. Inside the data extension, we can check our folder name. Our folder name was the customer. We can check here our folder name is created or not. Mm, See here, see here, Dinesh. Okay, try one second. I think it's not created. Change data extension. Inside the data extension, suppose Jam 23. Okay. Suppose I'm selecting the Sarita. Inside the Sarita, I'm going to select create our data extension. Okay. Save the folder name. We can see from here also. Inside the Sarita, our send it folder is already created. we can open our folder. Okay, and even if you wanted to check your folder name directly, we can go the subscriber. Inside the subscriber, that is the data extension. Inside the data extension, uh, we need to select the Sarita. Before Sarita, we can see the plus button. We can click for expand. Now I'm going to click the Sarita. We have the created one folder, the Sarita. If we wanted to move our data extension from the another folder to particular folder, how we can move? First, we'll go the data extension. We can go customer 13. We can change here. Before that, we didn't have any data extension folder name. Now go to the Sarita folder. Inside the Sarita, select the Sandy. Then after that, you can click see. If you'll see our data extension, before that it was showing the change and it's showing the folder name. Now it's showing the folder name is the Sandy. Whatever the folder name we have the created and stored our data extension, that folder name is showing here. We can check from here that also. We can select the Sarita inside the Sandy. We can check our data extension. This data extension is stored in the Sandy folder. If we'll check another things about the mapping, first what we will saw, first we saw the map by header row, and next the map by ordinal. In map by the header row, we'll see the column wise, and map by header rows we see the rows wise, and map by ordinal we saw the column wise. Now we are going to see the map by manually. Suppose that we have the some data extension, you wanted to match from the manually. Okay, manually how we can do the import file column that directly match the data extension map automatically. Okay, to manually map import file, select the column name in the drop down next to the data extension column. An import file column can only map to a single data extension column. If you will see in the practically, suppose I'm going to open this data extension. Inside the data extension, going to the record. Okay, then after that we can clear the record. First, I'm going to clear the record. After clearing the record, data will be the replaced from the our data extension. Same things we are going to import with the same data another rows. See, now I'm going to browse that. My Excel sheet data is customer 13 open. I have selected comma. Then I'm going to select the next. First we saw the header rows map by ordinal. Now we are going to see the map by manually. If you'll see the customer ID, okay, it's not assigned here. First name not assigned. Okay, last name not assigned. This one is not assigned. Language is not assigned. How it's going to work? If you'll work here, then it will be asked to map manually. You can see it's not showing here, but whatever the fields is there inside your Excel sheet, that field will be the show manually. Here it's I think limited access for this data extension, limited access for the marketing cloud. That's why it's not showing here. If you'll select this one, here it's showing the drop down. Okay, and then also you can map the manually here. See, it's not showing here. If you'll the back, whatever the fields is there, according to field we can map. Suppose you wanted to map the customer ID with the different field, first name with the different field, we can map them manually. Then after that we are going to click on the next. Right side we can change our email address, whatever the email address you want to notify after importing data. Okay, we can give the email address. Once our data will be the import successfully in the data extension, we will get the email notification here Gmail box. Suppose I'm going to click in the import, then close. Wait here. Once our data will be the import in the data extension, we'll get notification mail. check first. We can check our data extension. Going to the overview data extension. Then after that, we can select the customer 13. Our data extension name is there. Data is stored here. Whatever the data we have stored from Excel sheet using mapping manually, it's stored. Let's check the email address. Why we didn't get any notification. We also get notification at time of the importing our data into the data extension. These are the following messages from Marketing Cloud. Following has the completed successfully, date, time, and year. And it's also showing the GMT55, name of the external key of the data extension, description, import to the customer 30, file content, and it's also showing the external key here, source, where we have the store, customer.csv, source, it's showing our the Excel sheet name. Excel sheet it's converted in the character format. That name is showing internally. Destination is the customer 13. Result, what we have the inserted. We have the inserted and we didn't updated anything because in data extension nothing was there, and also we didn't update it. MID is also showing. MID, if we'll check the member ID, member ID here. See, this one is the MID. It's also showing MID. For the all the BU business unit, it will be the show the different MID. Okay, we will see about this one also. First, what we saw the three parts for the mapping the data. Okay, for whatever we saw that one, map by header or map by ordinal, map by manually, that documentation is also created. Okay, after the class, I will share the documentation. See, we saw the three things. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to check the this one, update, add, and overwrite. Okay, if I'll go to the marketing cloud, check here. At time of the storing data, importing data into the data extension, we will see the different types. Let me select the data Excel sheet, customer 13. Okay, the see, if you'll see the import type, there is three types of the import types are there. Add and update. Okay, add only, update only, overwrite only. Okay, we will see four. We will see the add separate, add only separate, update only separate, overwrite separate. Allow me 2 minutes. I'll back. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Do have anyone have the any question regarding the configure and mapping? Once you'll practice, then again we will see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, whatever the data we have inside the data extension. First, we'll see the PPT here. Okay. See, there is three parts are there. Okay, update. Whatever the data we have in the data extension, existing record and new record will the target data extension we can update. Okay, and add whatever the data is stored in your data extension. You want to add some new data, then you can perform the add operation. Overwrite, it's going to the overwrite the current data. Whatever the data is there, you're not going to check that data. That data is internally removed. Okay, and you are going to override above the data. Only you will see if suppose one by one we'll see first. Suppose I'm going with the add and update. Okay, add and update operation. Then I'm going to click on the next. Okay, then after that, before that, if you will the check, we have the five customer ID 100, 101, 102, 103, 104. Okay, now I'm going to add the another customer ID 105. Okay, I'm going to give. Okay, whenever you are putting the data in the data extension, try to put the original email address. Now we are going to put the any dummy one. Okay, language you can select. Okay, save. Here what we are going to do, we are going to do two types of the operation. We are also going to add the new data inside our data extension, and another things we are going to also update our existing data. Okay, first if you'll see the first name, it's going to before that it was the Ankit, now it's Ankita. Second one is the Ankit, and all we can check our in the data extension. See, first name is Ankit, second is Ankit, Abhishek, Ganesh, and Sahil. Five names are there according to your customer ID. If you select the customer ID with name, okay, and all it's matching now, and also we have the change our Excel sheet. Okay, in the Excel sheet we have the added the new data. Data row is also added the 105. Before that we has the 1 to 4, 100 to 104. Now we have the also updated our column name, column data, and here updated also our added the one value. In the add and update operation, it's going to do. Let me check. Yes. Now going to select the next. I am taking that map by header row, configure mapping. Our data extension is updated. That's why again we need to configure our Excel sheet. We can change our email address here. Then we can select an import. Now I'm going to click on the close. Okay. We can see here
इडली ఉందా ఈ చట్నీ
customer 130.
మెల్ల వీడియో కాల్ ఉంది చూడు కనిపిస్తాం
It's processing our data extension. That's why it's showing the processing. Here also I'll add steps to create our data extension. steps I will add. No need to worry about anything. Whatever we are discussing, all the steps will get the how to do the practical things. All screen sheet I will add it here, and after that also I'll add the how to create a step by step. Let's see data is processing is done or not. See, if you'll check the record, inside the record before that it was the Ankit. Now it's the updated because we have the selected the update. That's why it's updated our name, and also I have the selected the add format. Then it's going to the add new rows in our data extension. Are you clear about the add and update operation?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. If you are clear, then we will go through the another part. Okay. No, don't worry about the anything. We are going to add the everything the step by step. However, we have to discuss. Okay, and that documentation I will share. Then after that, we are going to see another option, another import types. Another import types is there. That the add only. It's not going to update. Only it's going to the add your particular data. Okay. Suppose this one is our Excel sheet. Okay. Is Ankita. Now I'm selecting the Ankit. Okay. Here I'm going to select the 06. Now I'm adding Sai. Here I'm adding the email address of the Sai. Okay. Now we can select the English. Okay. In add operation, only we can add the data. We are not going to update our data extension. Even you are updated your the Excel sheets, remain data will be the same. It's not going to do operation on the existing data. It's going to the add new row in data Excel. Save, save. Once you'll save the data Excel sheet, then after that we are going to select the file format. Because if you are going to select the before data, after that you are going to updating your the Excel sheet, then it's not going to upload as for your requirement. Suppose I'm selecting the browse data, then the customer, open, next, map by header row. It's taking the by default email address here. We will see how to change that one. Okay, import options. We can also check our data extension from here. Data extension. Then after that, we can go to our folder. Inside the Sarita folder, we have the another folder Sandy. Is showing here the data types, whatever we have the created standard data, it's sendable or not sendable, record status is available or not, created date it's showing, and created by an external key. Okay, now I'm opening that data extension. If you'll match our data extension from previous and now, okay, before that it was the Ankita, and we have the updated our Excel sheet is Ankit. Remain the update the Excel sheet and upload in the marketing cloud. Remain that data is same because we have the selected the option for the add. We didn't selected the update option. Whatever the option we are going to select according to that option, we are going to perform the operation on the data extension. Only we have the selected the add operation. That's why we have the added new data in our data extension. Is it clear? Add
Yes, yes.
operation. Shall we go next?
Yes, yes.
Suppose I'm going on the import and we check the add only. Now I'm going to the update only operation. Okay, for update only, here if you'll see, In data extension, Ankita is there. Now Ankit is there. Okay. Now I'm going to add the data. Okay. Now save. Okay. Save the data. Select that one. Now I'm going to select this one. Import. Okay. After import operation, now I'm going to select the update only. Okay. Click on the next. Map by header row. Email address we can change. Close. Let's wait for the update the data inside the marketing cloud. Here also we can see the record. See, before that it was the Ankita. Now it's showing the Ankit. I able to identify that.
Yes.
And even we have the added the Vishal data in our Excel sheet. That data is not reflecting in our data extension. See, because we have the selected only the update operation. Whatever the operation we are going to select according to that operation, this marketing cloud is going to perform that operation and going to store data as per the selection.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it clear for the update how it's going to perform on the marketing
Yes,
cloud?
yes, yes.
Okay. Then update only. Then after that we have the another option is the override. See, using the override, I'm first what I'm going to do first here. Okay. Overwrite it's going to remove the existing data. Suppose we have the first check the name and cancel that one. Ankit, Ankit. Both name is same. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the name. Going to change the name. Ankita. Okay. Amit. Okay. See, if we'll see our the Excel sheet, inside the Excel sheet, whatever the data we have, that data name is already changed. And after that, we are going to perform the override operation. Okay. Once I'll perform the override operation, that data will be the override, and only we'll see the existing data from our Excel sheet. First, we'll see how it's going to reflect. Select on the import option. Click on the browse. then customer 13, select. Here we are going to select the override option. Select the override. Click on the next option. Next, import. If I'll come here on the data extension, it's updated. Okay. See, whatever the data we have the before, we are not able to see that data. Now we have the override the data from the existing our Excel sheet. You can match that. See, Ankita, Amit, Ayush, Hers, Aryan, Bhushan, Sneha. That it's going to the clear our existing data and adding the new data. Okay, use and all these things for real-time use cases. All these things we will know. First, keep in the mind how it's going to the perform, override, add and update. All these things. We saw the four types here. Okay, add and update, add only, update only. What's this? We can consider the two types: add only and update only. Mix of the add and update. And overwrite, it's going to the remove existing data. All two types the three types of the import types we saw. If you have the any question, any doubt for these three, you can ask. Then after that, I will move to the delimiter part.
Good
Anyone
from
have?
my end.
Hello?
Good from my end, Sandy.
Okay. Then okay. Don't worry about the steps. I'm going to add the steps here. Okay. Then after that, we will see the some characters. Which characters we can use. Some limitations are there. See, not for PD. First, we'll see the character. Marketing Cloud Data Extension name field and restricted characters. There is some list of the characters. We can't include characters name field on the Email Studio data extension. Okay. Whenever you are going to create the field, giving the field name and value anything, that the special character we can't use. If you will try to create the fields and after giving the at the rate, suppose for now I'm going to click the cancel and comes the properties. Now I'm trying to create the new new field name. New field name is the location. Okay, and I'm putting that one. Okay, let it be the text. Then try to the save. See, a none without default. Suppose I'm selecting the default value also here. Save, saving the fields. For best practices, try to ignore this type of the field name at time of the creation of the data extension. Okay, don't give this type of the characters. Give the proper name, whatever name you want for customer 13. You can give for the different identification of the your customer data extension. If you have the multiple customers, then another one we are going to check. First, we'll see it's created or not. If you'll check, we have the process the before the another field name. That field name was the location, and in the location we have the use the special character. After using the special character, we have the save in the field name. Then it was the process and ignored by the marketing cloud. Okay, rejected by the marketing cloud. We can't use the special character at field name at time of the creation data extension. Okay, This field name should be the name, number, and some in the normal format, not with the special character. This one got it. Suppose that we have this one data extension. Okay, that data extension is already connected with the some campaign, and we are not going to touch this data extension. We have to do some operations. Okay, I store the data extension in the need to the another data, and we don't have the copy of that data. How we can create the copy of this schema of the data extension? Okay, for creating the schema of this data extension copy of this area, you will see the right side there is button delete, copy, split, filter. First we will see the copy of the data extension. We can select the data extension. Inside the data extension, what was the folder name where you want to copy? Okay, I'm going to give the customer 13 copy. Okay, description, we can add anything. uh, Remove the external key, it's going to automatically generate. Then copy of the data extension. See, whatever the fields was there in the previous data extension, that field have created the another field in the another data extension. That data extension is nothing, that is the copy of that data extension. If you required for the all the requirement fields, because once you are going to work for the real time, we are not going to get the 5 or 6 field name. We'll get the multiple fields. For finding and creating all the fields name manually, it's the very difficult. And once you will see the automation part, we will see why we need to create the copy. Once we'll see the journey part, we will see the why we need to generate the copy for the journey builder. Because here only we are going to see the operation, how it's performed, and how to do that one. Okay, all the functionality real time we'll see the from the starting of the email templates.
But data is not duplicated. Only
Data
delete.
is not going to the duplicate, it's going to only the duplicate the field name. Why we have the created the this one copy of the data extension? Suppose in future we are going to work with the ftp. Okay, in
Yes.
ftp, that data is stored in the only customer 13 data extension. Okay,
Oh,
then immediately your organization want to change the data extension and store in the new data extension. For finding the field and all these things is very difficult. Okay,
yeah.
for storing in the new data extension directly, what we can do, we can create the copy. Okay, whatever the data they have the putting from the ftp sites
Mm.
storekeeper, anyone, that data will directly come in the customer copy de. And even you can add the extensions whatever you want. And suppose this one is our sandy data extension.
I have one small doubt.
Okay,
Let's say like FTP is there, right?
yeah,
When we are updating in customer 13 data extension.
yeah,
First point. Second point is we will duplicate the customer 13 copy.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Now we have imported the data in customer 13 copy of from customer 13.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Next time from the FTP, what I will do is I'll import the file and that file's data will be added into customer 13. Simultaneously, it will reflect into customer 13 copy also.
No, we need to configure. We need to, before that, I told now, once we'll see the automation part, we will
Okay.
see. In automation, we need to configure the particular data extension. Any data extension is not going to reflect anyone without relationship. Once you'll see the relationship, how to connect, connect each data extension to each other, field connection, and one to one, one to many, all these things we'll see in the contact builder. Okay. Uh, Whatever the data we are storing in the customer 13, it will be the store customer 13. Whatever the we have the configure the file name customer 13 copy, that
Hmm.
data will be stored only the customer 13 copy.
Okay.
And even if you want, suppose that whatever the data you have, customer 13, you have the some multiples data. Suppose that you have the lakhs of the data, and
Hmm.
you want to for backup. Suppose
Hmm.
your organization didn't make the backup for the your data extension,
Hmm.
even they want to for make the backup of your data extension. How we can do? We can the download that data. Otherwise, we have the multiple option for the sending that data to the another data extension. That one we will see in the automation part.
Okay.
and once you'll see the SQL part. Here for the limitations are there for copy. We saw how to create the copy D.
Okay.
Okay, and also we can import the data inside our copy D. We'll check. See, that is the
Sai,
copy.
sorry to interrupt, Sandy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh, Sai, or Vishal, was
Yes.
your
Come.
was your question somewhere related to synchronization of data?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Why?
So
Because when we duplicate, the same data will be copied. No. So here in Marketing Cloud, like we see only the fields are copied, but not the data. So
okay. Okay. I hope Sandy explanation is this thing. But anyway, when you are doing the practicals, you will come to
yeah,
know.
yeah. During the automation, yeah, I think
And
yeah,
we
then
yeah. Because before also I told you, it's marketing cloud. I can't cover everything at one place. Once you
yes,
will go with flow, everything will be the comes.
yes, yes,
Because first we are studying about the data extension. Its data extension is not going to complete here. Once we'll start the template part, we'll see the another features of the data extension, how it's
yeah,
going to reflect all these things. Again we will move to the automation part. We will again we'll see the about the data, how to import, how to segment all these things. And in journey we will see the different way.
yeah,
That's why once we'll complete, then proper things, proper template will be the stored in your mind, and
yeah.
how it's the reflecting.
Yes, got it, got. It.
Yeah. See, now I'm going to store data in the copy D.
This is same process like import process, I guess.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. Same process.
Then we are good with this process.
Okay. Then we can import. Uh, okay. It's going to import. Then after that, we'll see. Whatever we have the discuss. Any question anyone have? Any issue with this one? That one we saw the import file, regarding the import file, and regarding the import types. Okay. And copy D. Three things we cover here. Okay. For process and a screenshot and a steps, I will share with you whatever we have the discuss. Okay, in the documentation. I'm not going to the extend that functionality and all these things. Okay, and first we will to practice that all these things, three part. Then after that, deep dive is also there for the market data extension, edit,
Yeah.
delete, add records. These are first we'll the familiar with the import and add the data extension. Okay, create the data extension. Then another features we will add. Okay, these
Yes,
features
yes.
we'll see the next session for the about that one. Edit, delete, all these things. Manage data extension policy, retention policy, everything will the detail. First your work for the practice that one whatever we have discussed.
Creation of
And
these.
yeah,
Yes.
and apart from that, do you have remember I have the share that templates, you all, data extension templates, you need to create that data extension. Then according to that create the one Excel sheet. Okay, after creating the Excel sheet, try to store the data. Okay, first name, last name, and all this. After all, what we are going to do, uh, see, after that, import type, all import type you should try here. Okay, we have the add and update. Okay, next one is add, third one is update. Okay, fourth one is the overwrite. Okay, after performing the import type. Okay, whatever you are the practicing. Okay, add the screenshot here for the future reference.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, suppose we are going through this one from the add and update, how we are working, how we have the updated add and update operation. First, create that data extension. After creating, then import. At time of the import, we are going to use the operations. Okay. Then after that, add, update, all four things. Suppose I have the four types: one, three, four, two, three, four, five. Five data extension. First, create the five data extension. Okay. Then after that, try to perform the import operation. Okay. Then after that, see this one. Not only this one, we are going to see the record import type. Okay. Next, customer 13. Next, see. And also try to add the screenshot for this one. Map by header, map by ordinal, map by manually.
Yes.
Around it will takes for the 2 to 4 hours for the practice. Okay.
Hmm.
See. Mapping a screenshot. Also we need to add here. Okay. Second one is the ordinal. And next one is the manual part. Okay. All three try to add. Okay. Just a simple task for you. For we will go the one by one. Okay. We are not going to give the larger task in the starting. First, the
Okay.
try this one for all these, all five. You have the four, 20 tasks, and this one is three, 5 into 3. You are going to add all these three. Screenshots are here. Once
Okay.
you perform, okay, and they try to create the documentation also. We will check how you did. Okay, one by one. And even I will try to create the some tickets, Jira tickets to assign the task yours. You have the completed or not. That task we will check there. I think you both are the familiar with the Jira tickets and ticketing tools. How to perform there.
Yes, yes. It's been long time like Cheetah.
You know, listen. Okay, I will add that one from my starting also.
Okay.
Okay. Any question anyone have?
Yeah, fine for now. Yeah,
Just try to complete all the task today, Yodi.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Vishal, Vishal is there. I mean, any problem with the audio, Vishal?
No, are you able to hear me? Like, am I audible now?
Yeah. Yes, yes, I can hear.
Okay.
Okay. So shall I stop the recording, Sandy?
Yeah, yeah, we can stop.